As a farmer, I usually go to my farm. So I went to my farm along Boko Road, and on our way back, we started hearing some gunshots. We discovered people who were dressed in black. And from our experience, it was very clear that these are Fulani militia men, bandits. And I do not want to take things for granted, because a few days ago, the media were awash with the communique or the statement from the Fulani Mayatiala, who met in Yola. That is where they met in 2006, and decided that they must take Nigeria as their country, and every other person living here must be slave. That was why they started infiltrating the entire country. And they came out with a statement. I was alarmed, singling me out as the only person who is creating problems for the entire Fulani race in this country. It was quite disturbing. And behind the scene, I also heard that in the meeting, I was targeted for elimination. This was the information I got. And they will go after me, whether in my home or in my farm or wherever they get me. And this is not the first time. I had intelligence before that these people said they were going to kill my security aides and then capture me alive and give me gradual killing. But like I always say, my life is in the hands of God. It's not in the hands of any Fulani man or anybody whatsoever. And I still remain firm. I will fight for truth, justice, equity, and fairness till when God permits that I should not be here again.
It's a matter that was co-sponsored. It's a motion that was co-sponsored with several other members from Benue State, and it relates to the armed attack and assassination attempt on Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State and the worsening spate of insecurity in Nigeria. The House, concerned about the worsening spate of violent crimes and insecurity across the country, ranging from cultism, armed robbery, armed herdsmen attacks, armed bandit attacks, armed militia attacks, Boko Haram insurgency, and terrorism. Worried that on Saturday, 20th March 2021, some gunmen suspected to be killer herdsmen ambushed and opened gunfire on the convoy of the governor of Benue State, His Excellency, Governor Samuel Ortom, at Tiomu community, a distance of less than 20 kilometers from Makurdi, the state capital. Further worried that the armed attackers, numbering over 15, wielded sophisticated weapons and dressed in black, had trailed the governor from his farm, but were repelled by the security detail attached to the governor, who had to run for over 1 kilometer to safety. Disturbed that since this attack, several media, particularly the News, Daily Post, Premium Times, and Vanguard newspapers of 22nd March 2021 have been awash with reports that a group identified as Fulani National Movement, FUNAM, has through one Umar Amir Shehu claimed responsibility for the dastardly attack and reportedly justified its attempt on the life of the Benue State governor. Further disturbed about the inflammatory statements attributed to this group, who have publicly declared their unequivocal intention and mission to kill the governor, his collaborators, and whoever is against the Fulani long-term interests as a case of vengeance against an infidel, who in their own words has used his time and resources and deployed same in destroying the values and inheritance of the Fulani. Takes cognizance of the response of the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Muhammad Buhari, in condemning this armed attack and assassination attempt on Governor Samuel Ortom, and his subsequent directive for the police to conduct a thorough and transparent investigation into the attack. Acknowledges the directives of the Inspector General of Police and the immediate deployment of FCID to Benue State for a thorough investigation of the incidents. Even more worried that this assassination attempt on Governor Ortom of Benue State is an invitation to anarchy and glaring indication that the nation is drifting into a state of full-scale lawlessness. Desirous to enforce its statutory role of ensuring the security and welfare of the people as the primary purpose of government. The House therefore resolves to 1, condemn the armed attack and assassination attempt on Governor Samuel Ortom in its entirety on the 20th of March 2021. 2, commend the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Muhammad Buhari, for his prompt response and for immediately ordering an investigation into the attacks on the Governor of Benue State, His Excellency, Governor Samuel Ortom. Calls on the Department of State Services, DSS, and the Nigerian Police to investigate claims of responsibility on the attack of Governor Samuel Ortom, as well as other threats and statements allegedly attributed to one Umar Amir Shehu and the Fulani National Movement, FUNAM.